Michael Porter coming out is pretty much protecting his brother. That's what I would think on this story. And going on the Steiny, interesting story here is Porter coming out about gambling. And that a lot of these young guys that have no money are from poor families or come from poor parts of the world and the country are trying to make extra money. Guys like 𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞, as we all know the story, when he was playing for Toronto, was prop betting for himself and putting his team in situations to lose. And that's why the NBA's 𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 downed on him when it came to suspending him for life. Now, I do also believe sports betting's been around for a very, very long time. With the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, MLB, it's been going on for a long, long time. Ask Pete Rose. He has not been inducted into the Hall of Fame for really his whole life. Now he's gone, and he'll probably be inducted in the next 2 or 3 years. I think, obviously, the way Porter is bringing this story out is that he believes there should be gambling. Gambling in sports should be allowed. It's got to be configured better. And the problem right now is that there is no configuration when it comes to sports betting. If you're going to bet on your own sport, you're going to get in trouble. If you're playing professional sports and you're betting on another sport, you're going to get in trouble. The only way you can bet on sports is if you retire or you're no longer working for that organization. That's when the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, and the NFL would be okay with you betting on sports. And I think, obviously, Michael Porter makes a lot of valuable points on, obviously, bringing out and manipulating different prop betting when it comes to sports. When you watch different sports and you're trying to configure understanding how this betting is starting to progress when it comes to all these different countries and states that are allowing it now, again, it's become manipulative because now you're not just betting on a game. You're not betting on the over-unders. You're betting on players. You're betting on what they're going to score, how many assists, how many rebounds they're going to have in a game. Or in football, how many touchdowns they're going to have, or how many yards they're going to have, or how many catches to yards they're going to have. It's different now. Sports and other things. Now, food has become a sport. Everything's become a sport. I've watched on ESPN, climbing hills are sports now. There's so many different sports now they consider sports. Video games is a sport now, which is going to be an Olympic sport.
They got ESPN the Ocho for all those crazy sports.
I know. It's just everything's a sport now. Everything's considered a sport if you're moving. And now chess, which we've known over the years, they've considered chess as a sport. Cards, playing poker is a sport. And evaluating and understanding how people are using prop bets in sports has really changed the game. Is it for the better or for the worse? Now, a lot of these athletes, as we all know 𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞, as we all know Ohtani, because we know, and we're going to get into the whole Ohtani story, because Ohtani, again, is a part of a scandal. Not surprised, ladies and gentlemen. The fact is, when you look at sports and you're trying to figure out betting and understanding the why these players are getting in trouble, and other sports, and obviously the NBA and obviously Adam Silver figuring out what the LGA is doing right now when it comes to sports betting. And again, if it was LeBron James or if it was Giannis or Joel Embiid or any of the big stars doing it, I think it would be brushed under the rug. But you see, Michael Porter is going to go on a sports show and with Mark Stein, and he's going to speak up on what's going on when it comes to sports betting and understanding why sports betting has become such an illegal thing when it comes to sports. And we're trying to figure out how it's going to be more understanding when it comes to legality and understanding how they can make it legal in the future. I do believe that sports betting is going to become more legal as we move forward, because it cannot not be. You talk about Floyd Mayweather. I've talked about this many, many times. When he fought guys over the years, he prop bet. He had other people prop bet him on those fights. When is he going to knock him out? When is the rounds going to go 10 or 11 rounds, 12 rounds? He has done this many, many years and made millions and millions of dollars off of it. He's come out and said that on podcasts. For years he's been doing it. Now, I don't know if Manny Pacquiao was doing it or even Canelo Alvarez. They don't have to. They're making millions and millions of dollars like Floyd. But when you become greedy, and a lot of these young players become that, they're finding or trying to figure out ways where they can configure ways they can bring in more value in their game, more value to their money. If you're making $1.5 million and you're using $500,000 of that money into prop betting in sports and doubling that, you're doubling your money every single season. And that's what Jonte was doing. And that's what a lot of these guys are looking at it now. You have these NFL football players, these future NFL football players. How about these college kids now with the NIL deals? They're making money, but are they making enough? If they look at prop betting, college sports is one of the biggest in all of sports and different games and many different possibilities. The Mafia has been doing it forever. Forever. The Mafia has been prop betting forever in sports. This isn't new. And that's how, if anybody's seen Goodfellas, why those guys really were convicted of all the stuff they were convicted for. It was not stealing or killing or robbing people or even drugs. It was really betting on sports is what got those guys thrown into jail. And again, it's becoming more legalized around the world. What was it? 10 years ago, it was legalized in what? 1, 2 states, 3 states? Now it's legalized in how many states? 30? 40 states? Eventually, it's going to be in all the states. So how are you going to keep these players from betting on sports? And that's what Michael Porter is coming out and pretty much saying in his briefing on this podcast is there's no way of stopping these guys for betting on sports. There is no way. Now, obviously, you can configure ways that it'll make sense where these guys will be less in trouble or not be caused, it won't be caused a ruckus all over the news. But again, Ohtani, over the last couple of years, has been getting away with it. And again, the FBI was paid off by the MLB. Now, I don't know that for sure, and that's my accusations, and that's what I think. But again, you can't keep these players from not finding ways to make money playing professional sports or betting on professional sports or college sports or any sport now. The hot dog contest. How many people had prop bets on that? I mean, we said it on our show that we thought, what's his name again? Joey Chestnut was going to have, I think, Job had 62. I had
66.
64, whatever.
Or something.
Whatever the numbers were. We prop betted how many hot dogs the guy was going to eat. Okay? Do you think we're the only ones that were doing that? Everybody was doing it. Because it's now eating is a sport. Eating beans is a sport. Taking a dump will probably be a sport eventually. How many dumps you have every single day? It's everybody is betting on things now. You can't keep these guys or girls or anybody, kids that are over 18, from betting on anything.
My son just told me he bets. And I was
Everybody
like, what?
does.
Amongst each other, yeah. But then, now how, I guess, just the way it's been capitalized, it's in every corner where you can bet. I mean, it's just not, bookies anymore. It's, where it's legal. Nebraska will probably be one of the last places that we actually, it becomes legal for sports betting. I mean, you can literally go 50 minutes in Iowa and it's technically legal. But, yeah, I mean, it's like you said, if you're over 18, there's every which way from Sunday that you can freaking bet on anything. I mean, now it's like, you can bet in gas stations.
These kids are born from nothing. They come from families with nothing. All of a sudden, they go play Division I basketball, Division I football, Division I hockey or baseball, and they're getting NIL deals. They're making $6,000 or tens of thousands of dollars. I said 6,000, but tens of thousands of dollars. Some of them are making millions of dollars. And they're not all about buying Corvettes because all they got to do is make one prop bet in a game, and they could bet $500,000 on that prop bet and double their money, and there's my Corvette, or there's my Lamborghini, or there's my Hummer, souped up, or whatever the hell you want. I mean, this is the way it's going to go for now and forever. These kids are going to make more and more money. This has been going on for a very, very long time. Prop betting and all that other stuff has been going on a very, very long time. But now that it's become legalized all over the country, you really can't stop it anymore. Michael Porter's saying that on the Steiny podcast. He's saying that there's no way of stopping this. This is going to continuously keep getting worse. Players and young kids are going to do this because they come from nothing. It's only going to get worse.